Hello. Hello, ladies. Hi, Tavier. Hi, Kim. Hi, Marvis. Hello. Let me wave. Let me wave. Let me wave. Just gonna start in a little bit and just try to see who's gonna be on. I hope you guys' Sunday is going well. Self-care Sunday. Hi, Noni. Hello. Hello, hello. I'm glad you are on. I have like music going in my head. Like little elevator music going on in my head. Alrighty. I think we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome to... Oh, hi, Sylvia. How are you? Welcome to Self-Care Sunday. Thank you guys for being here. Super excited. As I've been talking about in the group this whole time, we're going to be talking about the power of no and setting. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Noni. I appreciate that. So the power of no and setting our boundaries. Okay. First of all, why do you think that we need to set our boundaries? Like, what is the reasoning, and like, how is that a part of self-care? Many of us, that's our major problem. We don't know how to say no. We don't know what our limits are. And I'm here to talk about that. Hopefully teach you something that you can be practicing during the week and adding something to your treasure chest, okay? So setting boundaries, first of all, really allows you to not overload on yourself. You know how we usually talk about that. My plate is so full, right? But we keep loading on, and loading on. Exactly. People taking advantage of our gifts and our talents and our space, our time, and all of that. And the reason why we need to go ahead and start utilizing the tool no is exactly that. We are pouring out to so many people. We're pouring out to our families. We're pouring out to our husband. We're pouring out to our partners. We're pouring out to so many different people and entities and settings, work, school, whatever it may be. It is a taking kindness for weakness. And they know that you don't know how to say no. They know, oh, Nani will do it, Sylvia will do it, Tavia will do it, Fanya will do it. And that's a problem. But see, you need to empower yourself, okay? The issue is that you're not feeling empowered. So we need to go ahead and create the boundaries and understanding what our limits are for ourselves. Okay, you need to have, this gives you also that, how we talked about declutter, right? Last week. This gives you that opportunity to declutter. When we start saying, no, I have 5 projects going on right now, I cannot do a 6. That allows us to, not overload ourselves, not feel weighted. And then when you can't get the 6th thing done, then you have guilt. Then you feel bad. Then you feel like you're a horrible human being. And all of that stuff takes a toll on our mental health and how we feel on the inside. Okay? So I want us to start practicing saying no. Why is no a power tool? Ladies, do you know why no is a power tool? Or why you think I'm calling it a power tool? Anybody? Good job, Tavier. No should be a part of one of your... Exactly, because you hold the power. So how I spoke about being empowered. And yes, hi Bean. Yes, and it creates that boundary. It creates the space. Okay? It creates the space that you need. Physically and mentally and emotionally. You cannot be tied to everything. Okay, and everything cannot be tied to you. You have to empower yourself to understand what your limits are. Excuse my strap. You have to do that. If you don't, I feel like saying no isn't selfish, it's selfless. Exactly. It is no, saying no is self-care. Setting a boundary is self-care because you are being clear about what your intentions are. You are being clear about what the relationship is going to be. And that will allow people to understand that they can't just come in without anything and take advantage of you. Okay? So saying no is also what I call radical self-care. It is radical, okay? Because I'm telling you, I see it all the time in work settings. I see it all the time. Oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. The to-do list gets so stacked to where you start feeling overworked, overwhelmed, and then unappreciated. Okay? So that's that advantage. And friend, family, foe will do it. And sometimes it's not on purpose, but they need to understand that you have a limit to all that you can do, especially Black women, okay? Yes, we are super woman, we are super powerful, and we can do so much. I am not trying to say that we cannot. However, we deserve to be energized. We deserve to have fuel in our tank. We deserve to love ourselves. We deserve to feel empowered. We deserve, because then we start getting into things that we don't even want to do. We're just saying yes. You don't even want to do that project. You don't even want to be involved with that person. You don't even want to do any of these things, but you are having a hard time with saying no. Exactly, without explanation or guilt. Because once you start getting into that whole yes, I can do everything, that guilt starts to weigh on you. And then your self-esteem also starts to go down. Okay? Because maybe you're not finishing tasks. Maybe you didn't meet somebody else's expectations. Maybe you were, you hurt somebody in the process of it because you got too much on your plate. So I need you guys to hear me out when I say no is a power tool. And you need to put that in your treasure chest, okay? So, how can we use the tool to empower ourselves? First of all, you start tuning into your needs and your feelings. And I know some people are like, hey, where do you even start with that? Well, it starts with you. It starts with you to say, I'm going to make a radical change. I'm going to change the way that I move forward in my life. And I'm not going to do all of these different things for everybody, but yet my work, my purpose, my talents, my gifts, who I am, is not at the forefront, getting left behind. I'm sitting up here doing all these things for other people's purpose and other people's dreams, but mine is left behind. No, there has to be some compromise. You have to be able to put yourself first, and that's not selfish. So tune into your needs and feelings. That's quiet time. That's that meditation. That's that prayer. That's that, 10-15 minutes to do some deep breathing. That's I'm in another room listening to music. I'm investing in myself. I'm listening to podcasts. I'm doing this or doing that. Whatever it does to fuel, whatever activity it is to fuel you. So if you don't know what your limits are, you need to start thinking about that. Write it down if you have to. Think about what is your limits. Exactly, and where are they? MIA. And the people who definitely are not giving you the same energy, you gotta let them go. You have to let them go. Okay, so name your limits. Write down what those limits are. Okay, so for me, I can't just have anybody just come up to me and just try to give me a whole bunch of tasks to do. Send that in an email. Okay, can you put it on a post-it and I get back to you? Because I have a structure. I have a way that I do my work. I have a way that I work with my family. I have a way that I work with my friends. Okay, so I need you to name your limits, write them down if you have to, say them in the mirror if you have to, because so many times we are on automatic when somebody comes up to us and it's like, hey, you're really dope at this and this and this. I hope you can help me with this and this and this. And can you do this and this and this and that and that and that? And you're like, yes, 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 yes. No. Write down what your limits are. And write down the sentence, let me think about that. I'll get back to you. Put a pause on it if you need to. Okay? So you can look at your schedules. You could weigh out, do you really have time for this? You could weigh out. It's not just about does it help you. I'm sure we all want to help other people, but is it the time right now? Do you have time for that? Can you put the effort into that? Is it something you want to put the effort in? And if it's not, it's okay to say no. And don't sugarcoat it. Do not sugarcoat. Do not go around trying to be a people pleaser and putting all the sprinkles on the ice cream with a cherry on top. No. If it is not the time, if this is past your limit, you need to say so. You don't have to be rude about it. It doesn't have to be a rude conversation. But it is a straightforward conversation, right? It is a conversation. It's a must. We have to remember everyone is not meant to complete your journey with you, and it's up to us to determine. Yes, yes, very true. So true. Okay, so don't sugarcoat. Be honest. Also, practice self-awareness. When you have self-awareness and you're aware of what you can do, what your boundaries are, what your limits are, what your next steps, things that your strengths, your weaknesses, you are more likely to be able to set your boundaries, okay? And I want you to think about your past, okay? Think about your past. I don't want you to stay there, but I want you to think about it and how it affects you where you are today in the present. Is there some things that you said yes to that you wish you didn't? Did it alter your journey? Did it put a stop on certain things? I want you to think about those things, and then that way you're able to learn from them and you're able to express yourself appropriately going forward. And I just want another reminder of being direct and putting yourself first. It is not selfish, okay? This gives you energy, the peace that you need to have a positive outlook to be more present with others. That's the whole thing. This gives you the energy and the peace that you need to have a positive outlook to be more present for others. Because when you cannot have peace within, in your space, in your physical space, your energy is going to be off. And then you're not going to have the greatest outlook on other people. Someone's going to come up to you like, hey, I would really like you to mentor me. And you're going to snap at them. And honestly, it was just because you shouldn't have took those last 2 projects. And honestly, you have always wanted to help someone else out in a mentorship level. So be careful. Be self-aware. understand that your energy and your peace needs to be on top. That is a part of self-care. And always, always, always seek support, ladies. It is okay to ask for help. We are so used to brunting all the work, putting everything on our shoulders, our families, our kids, our, the ups, the downs, the work, trying to take over the world. But it is okay to ask for support. This is why we're here now. We are all sisters in this, and ask for help. If you need one of the facilitators, ask us. We are here to support you. So, let me see. Sometimes I point them to my husband because he's better at saying no. I feel like I always have to explain why. I'm telling you, Sylvia, I'm here to empower you. It is okay to say no. Set those boundaries, because your husband is not always going to be around to be able to say no for you, okay? So, no sugarcoating. And I just want to give you guys a quick reminder for Self-Care Sunday. I hope you guys are doing something today that refuels you, makes you feel good, makes you feel like you're stepping into your purpose. Something that, that's going to just lift whatever load is on you. So I'm not a bakery, no sugarcoating. So I'm hoping that you are engaging in some type of self-care activity, journaling, writing, meditating, something for yourself. And a writing prompt today would be, how am I going to say no for this upcoming week? Okay, what are my limitations? Write those things down. Practice in the mirror. Practice saying it to your husband or whatever. Just, really, I hope you guys utilize this tool, because I do not want to see you guys ran into the ground. Your self-care, your energy needs to be protected. I really, really appreciate you all commenting, coming through for me on Self-Care Sunday. Also, I want to remind you, ladies, to register for the summit. We are looking forward to meeting all of you. We're looking forward to speaking with you and engaging with you. We have so many good things in our treasure chest. We got so many tools, and we're just looking to link up. So please, please take your time to register for the summit. Thank you, ladies. Have a good one. Bye.